A function may return a value back to its caller with a return statement. Here I have a working copy of func.cpp from chapter 2 of the exercise files. In this example, the return type of the function is set to void. This means that the function does not return any value. So let's change that. We'll have it return an int, and it'll take an int as a parameter, so we can do something like return I times 2. And now we will call it with a value, so there's something to multiply by 2, and we'll go ahead and we'll print the result. And now when I build and run, you see the returned value is 84, which is 42 times 2. So this 42 gets copied onto the stack and passed to the function. And here in this return statement, I times 42 is calculated, and then that value, 84, is copied onto the stack and returned to the caller. So now we have a function that returns an int value. So just like passing values to a function, return values are copied to the stack and returned on the stack. So this means that you cannot return anything very large. If you need to return a large object, you need to do so with a reference. So let's go ahead and include our string library. This is the standard C++ string library. We'll just take this out. We're not going to pass it a value this time. And we're going to return a constant string reference. And I'll need to declare a static string. And if you watched the lesson on automatic and static storage, you know that I'm doing this because we don't want to store large things in the automatic storage space, which is on the stack and can overflow and create security problems. And so here I'm just going to return S. This is not very functional, but it will serve our purpose of demonstration. And now because this is returning a C++ string class and not a C string, we're just going to dereference it and use the C string method so that we get a C string so that we can display our return value. And I'll build and run, and we see that the return value is, this is a static string. You notice that I declared the string as static. That's because local storage inside a function defaults to automatic, only lasts as long as the function is operating, and stores it on the stack. In order to return a reference, it has to be a reference to something in static storage space. And of course, the other reason that automatic storage space is stored on the stack, so I wouldn't want to store a large string there. And this is declared as constant because if I didn't do that, then I could actually change this string in the caller, and then the next time this function is called, the string would be different. And that's a side effect, and that is just a whole mess of problems. You return things from a function using the return statement. You declare the type of the return value in the function definition. And by default, things that you return are returned on the stack in automatic storage space. So if you want to return something larger, you want to use static storage space and a reference.